Braun Strowman they're kind of smashing it in your face, like, oh, he's gonna be good now. Like, cheer for him, guys. But I would much rather hate him, and I would much rather have him be a part of the Wyatt family again. Can we bring that back, please, WWE, if you're listening?
Well, Bray Wyatt, he's been persona non grata now for weeks.
I know!
Not weeks, months.
Yeah, exactly.
Months.
No, what I think would be cool is if, like, one time Braun Strowman gets frustrated, and then you just, all of a sudden, Wyatt family appears, and I cry. I will cry. And I will sing that song, because now I know the lyrics, because thank you, Spotify.
Hey, you know what? It's a great theme, first of all.
Second of all, great theme, great entrance.
They have reunited them now a few times. They've broken them up a few times. That's something that where you can keep going back to that well as many times as necessary.
Yeah.
Just because...
It's like the Shield.
Exactly. 3 out of the 4 of those guys are nowhere to be seen right now. Now, to the company's credit, one of them is hurt. That being Eric Rowan. The SmackDown show that we went to is actually the final televised appearance of the Bludgeon Brothers when they dropped the tag team titles to the New Day in the main event of the show that we were at. Luke Harper is still around. He just has not been used at all.
Like Bray Wyatt?
Bray Wyatt, exact same thing, because, surprise, surprise, his tag team partner got hurt. Luke Harper's tag team partner, Eric Rowan, got hurt. Bray Wyatt's tag team partner, that being Woke and Matt Hardy, got hurt.
So, do you think they would maybe try and team those people up, and then maybe they'll be like, oh, hey, Wyatt family...
You mean...
Who knows?
Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, exactly.
They could. I don't see why not. I mean, one's on SmackDown, one's on Raw, but that doesn't
change. That
doesn't change. I mean, they can always explain that there was a trade or something. I mean, you know Tamina? You know who Tamina is?
No.
You know who obviously Big Show?
Yes.
I mean, before he recently returned, he was a Raw guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was a Raw guy from the moment they brought back the brand split a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He just showed up on SmackDown for absolutely no reason.
Okay.
He's just randomly on SmackDown.
Yep.
No explanation. So if you can fucking do that with the Big Show, you can do that with Luke Harper. Or put Bray Wyatt on SmackDown. You know what? SmackDown's a better show. Honestly, I'd prefer that. But at the same time, they need star power right now.
I think they would put it. I would want them to put him on Raw.
Well, especially at this point too, with the Shield being gone.
Yep. They need another bad group. Well, even though the Shield was good,
there's a lot of
factions.
They were bad,
then they were good.
They could still be good guys too. I think they would work as good guys. Bray Wyatt as a good guy is something different. Because the whole cult leader thing is great. I agree. It's an amazing, unique character.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
Been there, done that, though. I know you have not been watching on and off for the past 5 years. The whole thing with...
I'm heartbroken.
He talks and he talks and he talks and he talks. Never wins when it matters most. The guy was the biggest loser before he teamed up with Matt Hardy this year. He was amazing, don't get me wrong. I will give you a crash course in Bray Wyatt history. He arrived on the scene with the Wyatt family, went undefeated for months, had a feud with Daniel Bryan, beat Daniel Bryan. Him and the Wyatt family faced the Shield, a match I have to show you at some point. It's essential WWE viewing.
Wow.
The Shield, the Wyatt family. One of the best matches of 2014. Amazing match.
Wow.
The Wyatt family reigns supreme. Bray Wyatt riding high. Runs into the roadblock that is John Cena at WrestleMania 30.
Oh my god.
Lost. Was never the same after that. Faced The Undertaker the next year. Lost.
Why would they do that?
Lost.
Why would they put him with The Undertaker?
The next year at WrestleMania, he didn't even wrestle. He did not even compete on the card at WrestleMania 32. Instead, he got interrupted by The Rock, who called him, you know that he calls himself the Eater of Worlds? Mm-hmm. The Rock called him the Eater of Hot Pockets. And it's funny, but at the same time, it's so dumb. Mm-hmm. And it ruins any mystique that character has.
Yep.
And then the next year, he walked into WrestleMania as WWE Champion, lost it to Randy Orton. Bray Wyatt is the literal inverse of The Undertaker, where he is like 0-3 or 0-4 at WrestleMania. The guy's a glorified loser, which is why I'm glad that he's off TV right now, because I'm hoping he's brought back with more fanfare.
Yep.
And I think reuniting the Wyatt family would be better than nothing. Braun is doing his own thing right now. With Drew McIntyre, he's facing Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. He doesn't really need the Wyatt family, but it would be cool if they brought Braun in. I mean, Drew McIntyre still has Dolph Ziggler. Drew and Dolph versus Braun and Bray Wyatt. I mean, I think that makes perfect sense. You don't have to involve Luke Harper, but he's not doing anything anyway. I don't see why they can't bring him over to Raw and reunite all 3 of them. And then later, Eric Rowan when he's clear to compete again. So that's just one idea. And lest we forget, we also talked the last time you were here on the show about Dean Ambrose returning to Raw to aid Seth Rollins in his war against Drew and Dolph. And did that end up happening? Yes, it did. Shortly thereafter, Dean returned to Raw and reunited with Seth to take on Dolphin Drew. So maybe we see something similar. I would have to assume that Bray Wyatt, he's not hurt.
No.
He's not sick.
He's just making me sad by not being there.
He's not, I don't know where the hell he is. I don't know if he's sitting in catering or at home or in the fifth dimension. I don't know where exactly he is.
No.
But hopefully he's brought back soon alongside Braun Strowman.